I'm back.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we are looking at the Cube Synth Pro. Hello, how do you do? I hope you are all doing well wherever you are in the world. Yeah. If you're watching over on Facebook, welcome aboard. You can always join the rest of us here on youtube.com/Jade Starr, or you can head over to the Twitch at twitch.tv/howtoapp on iOS, or you can always watch the show live in the browser at howtoapponIOS.com. Don't forget, you can also become a Patreon, which is always fun because on the weekends we have 3-hour sessions, and I master your songs for as little as $1 a month. Or whichever tier you want to join. Let's say hello to folks in the chat as usual. As soon as I get rid of this music, bye bye music. See you later. Adios. Yeah. Hello everybody. Let me scroll up and see who's here because I'm falling behind. Hello to I Have an Idea. Hello to Pay and to Get. Hello to Tom Rochelle, one of the brilliant moderators here, as well as Scott. Long time no see, Scott. I hope you're doing well. Thomas Gillane is here. Hello, my Thomas. Hello, Thomas. Audible Video is here as well. That wasn't a poltergeist sound. I would probably get a copyright claim if I did that. Cy effing good to see you is here also. Who else is here as I have a scroll down the list? It's your friend and my friend, Dr. Sorders. Hello, Dr. Sorders. Is there anybody I have missed along here? Media Web Records. I nearly said it around the wrong way. Hope you're doing well too. Danny Broderick, welcome aboard to the show. If there's anybody else I've missed, just scream at me and I'll catch you up. All the hellos. Hello, 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 hello. Cool. All right, so what are we doing today? First, I guess we should have a look at if there's any price drops, because I haven't really checked, because I took a day off yesterday. Needed a day off to recover some stuff. Let's see, do I have any... Are there any price drops? Ooh, wow, look at this. We have... all these high quality apps. Look at these quietly sleep nature sounds for free, and the Maha Lakshmi mantra with audio. Get into it, it's free. Come on, they're worth $5 and look, they're all free. Even if you don't need them, go buy them. Look, I don't need any of them, but I'm gonna go buy them all because I'm crazy like that. What else? A Circle of Fifths, Music Theory, Velvet Machine still on sale. If you haven't got Velvet Machine, I do recommend getting it because it is a really cool app and it's half price. And all these session band apps are all still on sale as well. They've been on sale for like over a week now, I think. And that looks like that's about it that is there. And now, Okinawa. La. Ooh la la. Ooh la Goodbye. Down the toilet for you. Down the toilet you go. So I downloaded an app yesterday for free, actually, and I'm going to show you that because it's worth a mention, but it's not worth a whole show because you couldn't really make a whole show out of this app. But it is free, if I can find it. Here it is here. There's probably, these are a dime a dozen on the App Store. This is called MP3 Converter. I'm sure if you do a search for it, you'll find millions of them and not the one that I'm showing. So I don't know who makes it, actually. I should. I know how I can find it. So this little thing's free, right? And it's totally worth your time because it's free, you know, and if it's free, you should get it. But you can convert videos from your library or from your Files app to a whole bunch of different extensions. So look at them all. You've got all these different extensions you can convert to. Pretty decent for free, and there's no advertising in it at all, which is really cool. It's got a whole bunch of encoding methods, so that's really nice. Hello, Not a Box, welcome aboard. Hello, Joshua. You can change your bit rate, so you've got a whole different bunch of bit rates, channels, sample rate. It's pretty deep for free, and I haven't come across any like advertising or anything like that, and I converted a bunch of files with it, so that's really cool. I can show you where to get it from because it would be in my purchase list. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, Scott, I agree. So that's why I grabbed it. I saw it pop up, and let's have a look. It'd be in my purchase list here. There we are. Can I open it full screen? So that's it there. It's made by, because that's probably the best way to find it, Tapverse Limited Company. So they don't really have, their other apps have in-app purchases, but that's it there, Tapverse Limited, and it's free. And yeah, look at this. So you can import files, including audio and video, convert to audio formats, plenty of different formats, and it's free. What else can I say? So go and grab it. Maybe I'll try and put a link in the description so you can find it, but I think it's really cool. FLAC, everything, OGG for original gangsters and all that stuff. Sorry, I forgot to put my phone on silent. Hello, Brad. Hello, Seba. Anyone else I've missed before I dive into this app that we're looking at today? Oh man, that's good coffee. Damn, that'll put hairs back on my chest. Even after I had them lasered off years ago. Hello, Daniel. Good to see you as well. Good to see you, Daniel. So that's that. And if you didn't see Doug's stream, you'd see Waverly Tables just dropped. And I've been playing with it this morning. And it's really cool, man. I hope to do a show probably in a few days' time. Because I've already set up the next shows that are coming up. So it'll probably be early on the weekend. So late weekend I'll do this. And I've got some giveaways for it as well for Waverly Tables. So that's pretty cool too. Anything else I have to cover? I don't think so. So today we are looking at Cube Synth Pro. Let's bring it up. This is the Cube Synth Pro. Now you may have already seen some videos on this. You may have seen that DreadCircus Tutorials did a show on this. So if you really want a super deep dive, go and watch Gavin's show on it because it goes for about 70 minutes. I'm not going to give you that today. I'm going to give you a totally different look at it. I'm going to have some fun with it instead of going through like the manual and stuff and just explore it and go crazy with it and see what we can come up with. Because one really cool thing about this app is it has a lot of randomization, which is super fun. And you know what? Sometimes you don't really need the stress on your shoulders to know all of the ins and outs of these apps, in my opinion, right? Sometimes you just want to fuck around with it and see what happens, you know? That's part of the fun of exploring these apps. So, you know, this show is the alternative. You can call it the alternative to Gavin's in-depth review. This is the drunk jazz review, where I'm just going to like fumble my way through it, so you can as well. How much is this thing? I think it's about $7.99 from memory. Pretty sure it is. Let's have a quick search and make sure I'm correct. Cube Synth Pro. Exactly. Don't need manuals, man. $7.99. So it is. You know, just treat it like it's the Millennium Falcon, and we're just flying blindly. Who knows? The hyperdrive might break down. You take a risk. That's what it's all about. That's what this stuff's all about. Yeah. What do you think, Ric Flair? Woo! Yeah. Woo! Yeah, Ric Flair. Woo! Yeah. Die, Ric Flair. Cool. Alrighty. So let's open it up. I'm going to show you it first in standalone mode because it's a lot bigger. In standalone mode, we can see what's going on, and then I'll open it up in AUM and tool around with it with some added effects and stuff like that. So the first thing I want to get off the bat is don't be intimidated by this. Don't be intimidated by it. I've seen some people on Facebook and some of the groups and some other groups that I'm a part of where people are saying, it looks so complex, there's so much going on. First off the bat, I know shit about synth apps, and most of you follow my show know that. Like, I'm not really good on a synth. I'm a metalhead, you know. But as soon as you get intimidated by these apps, you kind of put them to the side and you don't think about them. Well, there's plenty to find by exploring. So, let me get some volume. Right, so off the bat you have a few places of interest that you need to pay attention to, which is the center here, which is this XY axis thing going on, which has you can actually draw in these geometric shapes, which is really cool. I can take this straight away and just off the bat with my finger, flick over to my other cam, grab a dot here and start adding things in and moving this around. And just by doing that straight off the bat, it's taken that sound that was already there and totally shifted that to another dimension. Hey Russ, good to see you, Russ. So as you can see, without really touching anything else on here, just with this sound, this is a preset that I had loaded up called Metal 2R. And just by moving these things around, you can see, you can already get from one sound very demented. So we've got a whole lot of things morphing and going on here, right? And that's exactly right. Audible video. You've got four different presets, four different parts here, which they've got A, B, C, and D, and you can really get in depth here and mess around with each of these. So as you see, when I press on A, it brings up this whole new menu, right? And across the top, you've got like level, you've got pan positioning, attack, decay, filter, and noise. And you can change all of these up between the four, A, B, C, and D. All right. So the other great thing about this for exploration and fun is that the randomization is massive. And you'll see everywhere on the screen here, if you have a look, there's dice everywhere. So we've got die there, we've got die there, we've got die over here. Every time I change from A to B to C, that die that's sitting up here becomes relevant to that particular section, right? And that die is applicable to every single tab across the top here. So for example, I can hit the level, or let's go to A, and we're on level here. If I hit this little dice, that's going to randomize the level. Then I can go across to the panning and hit the die again. And you can go and do this. This is how deep this motherfucker is. Plus, you can also, as you see here, I can draw stuff in with my hands. I can go across to each section and draw stuff in. So you're not only like limited to just playing around with the die, which is fun. So that is, I've just messed around with table A there. If we go into B here and just play with some randomization, so level. You can see how each little section is going to change this on massive levels, right? So this is incredibly customizable. It's impossible to sit here and show you everything because there's built into it as well is over 400 presets. Off the bat, 400 presets to mess around with. And those presets can be found up the top here in instruments, and you have an absolute swag of stuff here to play with. You're definitely going to get completely lost in this stuff. So if we just click on basses here, you can see there's plenty just flicking through here. Absolutely plenty of possibilities. So let's just get out of these tables here and show you. You have a randomization die at the top here too. And you know, this is, I think, one of the most fun bits about this is the randomization. So let's just hit the die a few times and see what we get. Yeah. Lots of possibilities for things like, you know, horror kind of, yeah, exactly, not a box, horror soundtracks, that kind of stuff, but then just beautiful synth stuff, you know. So the really a broad range of things that you do, and I've barely even scratched the surface so far. Hello, Doug. Welcome to the chat. Good to see you still dancing. A great video. If you didn't see Doug's video, just finished taking a look at the new Waverly table, which is really cool. And I just got a copy of it today and was playing with it about an hour before his show, and it's fucking nice. Fucking nice. So let's do a few more random things in here. Who expected that? Sounds like fucking Galaga, man. Who expected that from a dice roll? I was expecting a synth. And again, just by messing with these points here, so one more. It's really addictive rolling the die with this. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now I'm going to jump into a little bit further, just some of the deep stuff in here. But again, I'm not going to explain it to you like I know exactly what's going on, because it's all very mathematical, which is nice and fun. There's a lot of graphs, right? There's a lot of graphs. And what's fun to do with graphs? Fuck with them. So before I jump into some presets, which I'll do in AUM, so across the top here, this little Q button, this brings you back to the front page here, right? And then you've got an envelope button here, and what you've got here is, again, you've got selections across the top. So you've got volume selections, X-axis and Y-axis, and you can fuck around with these to your heart's content. And what happens when you manipulate these, you'll see the changes that happen here on this side. Let's go back to full screen, which happen here on this side, which is the front screen here, which is a nice touch that you can actually see what's happening on the front. So for example, let's just take this Y-axis, and you can see exactly what is happening when you're moving this stuff around. So you can see the points changing there. So let's go into the X-axis and see what's going on there. You'll see the corresponding points moving again. And what's really cool is you have the option to play around with this front screen as well and see what dots are corresponding where. And here's your volumes. So this controls the volumes of your magic dot that's floating along there. So we can... This is part of the fun. And again, what's really cool is each of these have their own die as well. You'll notice down the bottom here, there's another die. So when you flick between volume, X and Y, if I hit the little die down here, bang. We'll head over to the X. And each of these pages too, you have the power to control everything from the velocity, brightness, and change access X and Y down here as well. So you've got there's tons of stuff to add down here, tons of stuff to fuck with. You can change with the pitch. You can change the fine pitch. Let's just play with a few knobs. There's just, you can detune. And remember, this was available originally as a Interact Audio was the last version of it. So now this new version that's come out, this Pro version, is AUv3. You also have an ARP as well built in. So again, randomization in here, just a touch of a die, and you can mess with that. And you've also got effects built in here as well that you can even randomize too. So you've got drive, you've got a phaser in here as well, flanger. You can turn these on at your so there's a whole lot of customization to be had here with all of this stuff. Let's go back to the front page, and on the front page too, around the sides here, you've got like a detune, brightness. You can change the time and everything. pan speed, volume, effect, so you can pull the effects out, give them a, take the levels out of that too. So it's pretty in depth, yeah. The amount of randomization, I think that's the really exciting thing. Let's just hit random again. Nice. One more. Give us another random. Plus, as you'll see here, you have a little random button here to play with. There's a die on every fucking screen. It's so cool. There's a die everywhere, and you'll see the die over here. When you change this, let's jump in here. I'm pretty sure. Can't remember exactly. So there's just dice everywhere. Hey Joe, what's going on? I didn't even get to say hello to you at the start of the show. Where are you, Joe? Where's your sound effect? That's the wrong one. It's Pain to Gets. Or is it that one? Who knows? Hi, Joe. It sounds like I'm standing on a dog's toy. So much fun, man. And look, at the end of the day, again, like I mentioned at the start, if you really want an in-depth whole look at exactly how everything works, right down to the nitty-gritty, go and look at Gavin's tutorial, because he really does break it down over 70 minutes. But, you know, I did watch that, but I actually didn't pay much attention to it because I was actually playing with it at the same time. I'd been sent it about 20 minutes before Gavin's show went live, and all I did was sit here and play with it. And was having way more fun. All right, let's close it out here, and I'll open it up in AUM, and we'll throw some effects on it, and we'll run through some of the presets. And we'll do that. So I do have it set up here in AUM. There it is. Let's bring it in here. Now, so as you can see, I've just held a chord here. Now you will notice off the bat, once you open this up in AUM, if you go full screen, there is a slight little bug with it at the moment. If you go to full, it kind of goes off to the side here a little bit. Being guaranteed that's going to be fixed, but it's not really an issue. So if you just, hello fam, you can just open it not full screen and it'll still sit in the middle. So you can open it nearly almost full screen and have it sit more in the middle. And what you'll notice here too, down the bottom, you have these little effects and envelope. And this just allows you to go through the buttons that were formerly at the top in your standalone version, yeah? So they're actually moved down here when they're in AUv3 mode. So you can just skip through down here, which is cool. Let's go back to the normal screen. So we'll run through some presets and we'll add some effects to them and things like that. Let's just move that there for a sec. I'm going to throw some Altezza on here just for fun. So I've seen a lot of people also say that they think it's a bit ugly. And, you know, hey, it's no Blaze looking thing, but, you know, not all the time things have to look like sexy, do they? Sometimes, you know, things can look a little bit rough and not as sexy as like a Blaze app, but have a lot going on. So there's definitely a lot going on here. If let's go back. Where are we? Hey, Pete Johns. Look, we've only gone through like 7 of one of the ARP instruments here, and man. remember, I do have Altezza on here as well, which is really bringing these things to life. If we just take it off for a second. Interested to hear that with Altezza. So really, the first set of, let me bring this back here. So here are some bass presets. Let's run through some of these. We'll try and get through. Pretty disturbing stuff here. I like it. So much fun, man. Hey, that's what it's all about, man. If stuff can make you laugh and have a good time, that's what it is all about. So it's a good mixture of stuff. There's strings in here. We all want to hear some insects. You want me to jump to some MPE stuff? Hello, Howard. Uh, 400 presets apparently. Which is pretty cool. We jumped down to the vocal stuff, so there's a whole bunch of vocal stuff in here, which is pretty cool. So it's $8, remember? So for $8, it's really customizable. Really customizable. There's so much already built in. How cool is that sound? My God, it sounds like a demented porn. Yes, baby. Holy shit. Deary me. Hey, Skies Watcher. So plenty of effects in here as well. If I go down to look at all the effects there are in here, there's heaps of stuff. This must be part 2 to the moaning alien. Remember, when you're in here, you can actually go and randomize without randomizing the whole thing. So you can actually And the other thing too, which I have to tell you is missing, and hopefully going to be in an update, there's no undo and redo. So if you find a patch that you like and you modify it, save it at this point, because if you change it, you can't go back. So I do believe that Harry is going to add that in. And I'm just hitting the randomize to keep this main pattern that we've got here going on. Okay, so this actually changes everything underneath to just give it different textures, yeah. I haven't even touched the pads yet, so let's go through some pads, then we'll wrap up. Because there's some really warm, beautiful pads in here. So you can see too, like as you hold down, so the way you're playing your keys is differently how these dots are going to react, yeah? So these chord I have down solid. As you can see, there's 70 sounds in here just alone. Just in this little section here. Pretty damn ace, yeah? Super, super cool. So that'll be it for today. Look, there's no way I could get through all of this in an hour. I just want to let you know that, you know, music's fun, and these apps are fun. That's what the whole idea behind this is. In the title, it says it, 400 presets of morphing fun, because a part of the fun of these apps is the exploration and just getting lost in it and playing and finding sounds that work, instead of like just sitting there and squatting over a sound to try and put into a song. Just playing around, just having fun and saving those presets that you make that excite you, yeah? That's what it is all about. So, what have we got coming up over the next couple of days? Well, tomorrow, deep diving into another app which can be quite confusing for some. Finally, I'm looking at Drum Computer. There it is over there. We're going to look at Drum Computer tomorrow, so that's going to be fun. I'm going to stumble my way through, and you know, once again, have fun, because a lot of people can look at things like Drum Computer and think, wow, it's overwhelming, there's so much to it. But at the same time, that's the best thing, to dive in and have fun. So we're going to be looking at that. What else? We have, I have Jandine Forberg on the show on Thursday for you people living in the past, because I live in the future. She's coming on. She's an incredible drummer from the Wolverines big band, the longest running jazz band in the US. She also plays in a bunch of death metal bands, a bunch of really rock bands and stuff like that. So that's really cool. She's amazing. She also does looks after homeless people and stuff like that. You won't want to miss this interview. She's really cool. The day after that, we are looking at Bleece Phaser. And to close out today, we need to give away a couple of apps. So let's do that. Let's jump over to the wheel, because I've got 2 copies of Beef to give away, yeah? So if you entered, your name's up there. If you entered after the show started, too late. So let's kick off the music. And remember, before I spin the wheel today, I've got 2 copies of today's app to give away of Cube Synth Pro. So make sure you leave a comment on this video, like the video, please like the video, it helps out. And make sure you're subscribed. And on the interview with Jandine, I'll give away the 2 codes of this Cube Synth Pro. But right now, we are going to give away 2 copies of Beef. So good luck to all of those who have entered. Let me get the wheel happening. We need some music, don't we? Where's the music? Yay! Welcome to the wheel! You can actually see the names today. Is Chris on the wheel twice? Where? He is too. Stop the music. Stop the music. Let me fix that. How did I do that? Let me see. Chris there, and that's weird. Because he's actually not on it twice in the... I know what's happened. Let's fix this up. Save settings. This should fix it. You should be there also. Not from what I can see. So this was done 5 minutes before the show. So from what I can tell, 5 minutes before the show. Let's have a quick look and see here. Brad, Mark, GB Crod, Chris, Pina Cram, Nina, Blah, Greg, Pandaget, Guzzo, Vlad, Not a Box, Slept Beats, General Bison, Mick Turners, SM Borthwick, hello. Still on twice, even though I reset it. Oh man, that's so weird. It's not showing up on my wheel here that it's on there twice. That is so stupid. Let me go through. Fuck this. Fuck the wheel. It's definitely not on here twice. That's so weird. Chris. I can see. All right, so that's where it's gone wrong. Mark. There we go. That's what's wrong. Let's fix that up. Hopefully that fixes it. Let's save that. That should fix it. Let's see. I think that's fixed. All good. Hello, Sean. Welcome. I think it's all fixed up now. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the wheel's busted, man. The wheel's a pain in the ass. Awesome. So that is all good now. As we can see, it's actually good saying everybody's name this time. Cool. So that was done up to 5 minutes before the show, and I'm not adding any more because it takes a bit of time to fuck with it, as you can see. All right, let's start the music. Let's do it. Let's hit the reverb. Let's hit the music. Let's do it. Let's do the wheel. Let's get it over and done with. For fuck's sake, the fucking wheel. The wheel's a pain in the ass. I hate the wheel. Spin wheel. Spin. Thanks everybody for pointing it out to me. You're amazing. You guys rock. Jibikro is the winner. Congratulations. Spin it one more time. The wheel. The wheel. Fuck. The fucking wheel. Fan Priem. Well done. Fan Priem's like Greg Hernandez. Fan Priem's become the new Greg Hernandez. Winning all the time. Nice one. There you go. So those are the winners. I'll organize and message you and do all that stuff for the codes. And make sure you enter for the 2 codes that I have for Cube Synth Pro. And interview on Thursday. And I've got copies of Blease Facer to give away as well. And then early in the at the end of the weekend, I think I've got codes to give away as well for Rob Jackson's new app as well. So there's plenty of codes. Codes. All right. Oops, what did I do there? Wrong one. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Gone a bit over time today. Thanks for supporting the channel and all that jazz. And, you know, do the things that make you happy. Be good to yourselves and make mistakes because they make you better. And mostly, remember, please, have fun when you make music, yeah? Have fun, yeah! All right, see you later, everybody. Take care. Adios. Till next time. Goodbye!
You know, I can still remember the very first sweets given to me by my grandfather. They were Werther's Original, and I was 4. I had a bit of trouble opening that shiny golden wrapper, but then, well, I'll never forget that first taste. Sweet and creamy and uncommonly good. I remember feeling I must be someone very special when my granddad gave me his wonderful butter candy. Well, now I'm the granddad. And what else would I give my little grandson but my Werther's Original? After all, he's someone very special too, you know.